We just want to see around us. And that's why we do not appreciate that we are never alone. So many good wishes are with us. And that belief also helped me after 15 March.
Farid Ahmed's words of forgiveness were heard around the world following a terror attack in Christchurch, New Zealand.
I want a heart that will be full of love and will forgive lavishly.
His words and stories offer both healing and hope for the future.
If our heart is full of love, then peace will start from here.
Episode 26. You're never alone. Farid, thank you. We've been talking about your leadership roles, and there's that old adage that leadership is a lonely business. Did you find that you were, because of your nature, alone often, at odds, and therefore it was quite a tough position to be in? How did you cope with that kind of decision making, being alone, if you like?
I felt it many times, even now, these days. Sometimes I feel it. And that is because of the decision making. It's not because of that I feel forsaken, not like this, but because of the principle and because of the thinking. I think that this is the best way to go ahead, but majority, they do not. So at that time, the feeling of isolation, feeling of not appreciated, feeling of misunderstood can come so strongly in me, and I feel alone. Yes, that is true. How did I learn to cope with it? So I would say it was mostly self-taught. An example. Once, as a group, our friends, young people, we wanted to do a program in our sub-district. And I was thinking that I was giving good suggestions. And I'm still convinced that my suggestions were for the greater good. And I still feel that some of their ego was the barrier. They wanted to get some high profile from that program, and my objective was, no, it should be focused on greater good. And we disagreed, but no one accepted my idea. So I was feeling alone, and then I quickly made a peculiar decision, very peculiar. The decision was, I wanted to be alone, and I wanted to see what happened. So there was a way at that time, because it was in the fasting month, and it was the 19th day. So the fasting month goes about 1 month. I decided to isolate myself in the village mosque for 10 days and nights, without coming out, without playing, without going home. Everything stopped. I just wanted to be alone. I wanted to have an experience how I cope. It was scary for my mother because I had no time. That evening I had to get in if I wanted to. I didn't have time to ask my dad. And when all my friends they hear, they said, "You must be crazy. You cannot stay alone for one night. Village mosque, ghost is there, no electricity, alone at night. You must be crazy." And my obstinacy inside me said, "Go ahead, you got to find out by yourself. Can you cope when you are alone?" My mom saw the determination in me, and then she said, "Okay, who will supply the food?" So quickly, I found a young man, and when I offered him that I would buy a torchlight for him, "What do I have to do for you?" I said, "After dark and also in the dawn, you have to take food for me." He said, "And then you will give me the torchlight for good?" I said, "Yeah." "I'll do it for you." He was so punctual. Because in the village with a torchlight, it gives you freedom to go around, meet friends. So he enjoyed, and he helped me so much. Anyway, so I went in. People came, prayed, and they left. And I was alone. First night, I'm talking about first night. And somehow, probably it was my gastric pain or something, I felt so much pain around here, and I was just bending almost double to feel comfortable. I said, oh. No, I have decided to stay 10 days, 10 nights. How can I now get out to see a doctor? If I go to see a doctor, then this 10 nights plan will be finished and I will not come back. So I decided to see how it went at that night. So I turned my mosquito net, because the mosquitoes are there, they are like big soldiers. They will
Even the West Coast sandflies are scared, huh?
Yeah. So I had my lantern on. So inside the mosquito net, I wanted to do some reading. I had few books. So I just put my head down, I lied down on one side, and I was reading that book. But I was feeling the pain. It was becoming too much. And no one was around. Then suddenly, I didn't realize that I went to a dream state. And I saw myself sitting on the veranda of my study room. And from there, I could see the whole region, empty field. And then my mom came from behind, from inside the house, and she came and said, "How is your pain?" I said, "Not good." She said, "Hey, look, 3 people over there, they're walking, they're going that way. They look quite pious to me, good people. Maybe you should ask them if they can do something for you." I said, "Mom, they are so far. Even if I shout, they will not hear." But surprised, from there, it seems like they heard our conversation. 3 of them, they turned around. They were about 300 meters away. I turned around and we were talking very, quietly. And my mom said, "They are coming to you." I said, "No, maybe they are going somewhere else." And surprisingly, they keep coming, and they came to me, and my mom said, "Okay, I'm going inside. You can talk to them." One of them, he was the leader for their small team, and he said to me, "Son, you have some problem." I said, "How do you know?" "I heard your mom and you were talking about it." "How could you hear from so far?" "Yes, son, I heard. Look, can I do anything for you?" I said, "Are you a doctor?" "No, I'm not. But I'll try. Can I try?" "Oh, yes." So he said, "Okay, open your bottom." I opened my bottom. So my shirt was all buttoned from down to up. Then he said, "You have a singlet. You turn it up here, so your effective space will be seen to me." I did that. And then he used his forefinger and he was just cutting across. I didn't know what he was saying inside him, but he was doing these things. After a minute or so, he said, "Just move around and see you have pain." I said, "No, I don't have pain." "You stand up and see." I stood up. No pain. He said, "You walk a bit." I walked a bit. No pain. He said, "Pain is gone. Do you want me to do anything else?" I said, yeah. So by then I trusted him. And then I thought that I thought I had some other sickness. Maybe that time my sinusitis. I should have told him, but I could not remember anything. I tried for a couple of minutes. I said, wait, I can remember. I could not remember anything. And then he said to me, "Okay, next time when you remember, then we will see." And he started walking away, and I opened my eyes. What? It was a dream. But my shirt was open. My singlet was open. And the mark for his finger, the nail, the mark was right there. I got a little bit scared. What happened? Who was that? And who came to help me? Anyway, later I asked my uncle. And he said to me, that was another species. And some people, they believe in that, some people don't. They were jinn. So the bad jinn are called ghost, and good jinns are called just jinns. They are another being. They see us, we do not see them, but among them some good, some bad. So he said that a good one helped you. So I said, so I'm never alone then. Why did I think I was alone? Actually, so many things I do not see around me. And they are there, and any way possible they are comforting me. For example, oxygen, when I need, it is coming to me. It is saying, just breathe in, I'm there for you. The light, the bright light, is coming with a smile and saying, use me for you. You are not alone. The wind. So, somehow, you could say that, Farid, you have theorized. Maybe. But it became a strong belief in me. Sometimes we think we are alone. Actually, we are not. We are not alone. We just, we theorize ourselves that we are alone, but we are not. Then, long story short, later on, I realized that there are so many humans, even we do not see them, but they are beside us. And I'll give you one example. A scientist who is working on making a medicine, he is probably living in USA, working in USA laboratory, but he is helping me and you, even though we do not meet. His mind, his effort, his idea is to come up with a medicine that will help so many sick people in this world. And that's how so many scholars, so many writers, so many good people, maybe they are working, they are doing something, making a model of good work, compassionate work. And that is coming as a ripple effect to us. We do not see those sort of unseen things, that how even humanity are working in their own way to helping one another. We don't want to see. We just want to see around us. And that's why we do not appreciate that we are never alone. So many good wishes are with us. And that belief also helped me after 15 March. I refused to accept that I lost my wife and I was alone. I refused. I said, no, there are millions of hearts is crying for me and for other Shuhada family. They are praying for me. They are wishing good for me. And then when I used to go every day to the mosque, I used to meet children. I used to get hundreds of small letters from children. They have written, we are with you. Be strong. We are praying for you. We are wishing all the best thing for you. So those things reminded me that my faith, that I am never alone, that this is the right faith. And this faith again doesn't cost one anything, but that gives the positive strength in our mind, that we are not alone. Yeah.
It's beautiful. I could have, again, it's just such a beautiful